And good evening, Colin.
Good evening. How are you?
Very, very, very good. Colin, once again, my apologies. With all the Acorn Sega, I'm such a mess. I really thought today was Friday.
It's fine.
Then you called me up and
it was quite comfortable, actually.
you are such a gentleman. There are people that are so polite, and you never ever think it is your fault, as it was. But anyway, here we are, 1 hour with a 1 hour delay. No further introductions. Lazarus.
Hello.
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 Colin, how does it feel? Everybody knows you as Flip.uk. Everybody. It was your baby. Not just business. It was your baby.
Yeah. Well, I could only put so much time into it, and with development and modifications and answering emails and everything that goes along with it, it made sense to sell it to Ryan, who's going to take it further, and do more with it, which it really deserves. And he's a great guy, and he's
absolutely.
He's going to do marvelous things with it.
What? Look, we've been talking lots, and there is one thing about you: the poker face. God, I introduced you to Michael Gilmore last year. So you were sitting down, you were talking to Michael Gilmore, and at the same time, you had almost agreed, or was the deal already agreed with?
Last year, me and Ryan were talking for quite some time.
Yes.
Probably nearly a year.
Yes.
So yeah, when we last spoke at the Domain Summit, I suppose something was in the air, but I can't remember exactly what stage it was.
So it wasn't set yet?
Not really. It was just sort of answering some questions and bits and bobs, but nothing set in stone.
Why did you decide to sell?
Sorry, say it again.
Why did you decide to sell? Look, you are fully employed. Yes.
Yeah.
You are working in IT. So paid well enough. We can always wish for more. Always, everybody wishes to get more or to earn more. But you are already working.
I like building. I like the creative side. I like the challenge and things like that. I like building brands.
And you did a marvelous job. Absolutely fabulous. You took an underdog.uk. You went against Domain Lore. Domain Lore is an amazing platform.
Yeah. Flip's got a huge potential. So I can't wait to see what Ryan does with it. And
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we all know who is David.
Oh, David. Yes. Hello, David.
Yes. Hello, David. Okay. No, not to me, of course not. I wouldn't be able to. It is.
And congrats on Acorn.
Oh,
I didn't see that
on acquisition.
Yeah.
You didn't see it coming, no?
No, not at all.
But it makes sense, doesn't it?
I knew that Steve was was maybe looking to get out of.
He wasn't looking. I was trying to have conversation with him. Okay, yeah. Then he was great seller to me. As from my perspective,
no, he wasn't looking publicly, but
yes.
As I have spoken to Steve privately. As I say, I met Steve many years ago when I used to run a successful forum, which he acquired, and then our paths met again in the domaining.
Yes.
So, we used to speak to each other, and I kind of had the sense that he was getting rid of his forums, in one way or another.
So, was this the largest thing that you have built so far?
Not as a community.
The community was fantastic. Everybody knew
forums,
about it.
Yeah, I've built bigger community sort of websites before.
Than Flip.
Yes. Yeah.
The traffic was so huge that you had to start locking out countries.
Yes. There was a few countries that I locked out that would never really be bona fide buyers and sellers.
Why?
I thought, well, maybe a few, but I thought, if I'm getting hit by Vietnam so much,
that's okay.
I'd rather block the country than keep dealing with mountains of traffic that that was just spiders.
Here's a good point, really good point. And okay, here was the first one, David. We'll go past this one, but talking about the subject. Okay, thanks for firewalling out parts of the world, including here in Brazil.
You're welcome. Sorry.
No, it does make sense.
Yeah, maybe
this does make sense, and this is one of the things that we will do at the Acorn as well. I have noticed that. Well, again, I will not take lots of part there. The main is admin. Admin is Felix, and he'll be dealing with everything. So I'm not coming in with a new. I don't need to be a Caesar. Everything will run as normal, but we will unlock the countries. And here's a very, very good point. People do go on holidays.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I was in a position where I didn't have massive servers because it wasn't it wasn't running as a business, so I had to make decisions, and
So the bandwidth, were you saving on bandwidth or what?
You could imagine there's tens of thousands of domains pointing at a server. You can imagine how much traffic that is.
Oh yes,
that is bad traffic. My goal was always to keep a fast running website. Being an auction website has to be responsive, in its nature. So,
and it was fast.
My priority was to keep running.
Yes. No, and the job was done really, really well. And then, okay, there are some other questions, but let me. Why did you want
Cloudflare was an option.
Okay.
The way that the DNS worked on Flip, it was built really not knowing or with expectations of how much traffic it was going to get. So I mean, it could be tweaked to use Cloudflare, but it's basically a Catchalls DNS system using bind on bind DNS Catchalls. So it would need some thought around how it's not a simple case of just pointing certain records to Cloudflare. Unfortunately, it's it was a little bit more intricate, which I'm sure is a problem that Ryan, with his team, they can solve.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
How does it feel now?
Yeah, good. So, I mean, I wasn't developing much on Flip towards the end. I'd done a few bits. One of the last modifications that I'd done was caching.
Okay.
It was quite database heavy on the front page. I introduced a cache for that, and didn't really have much time to spend on it. But now with the spare time that I've got, I've developed my own personal portfolio,
Yes.
which I'm still working on, which is perfect.uk.
Bang, here we go. And the
Yep.
name is perfect.
Yep. So I bought perfect.uk 7 or 8 weeks ago. So I'm developing that at the moment.
Where did you buy it? At Flip?
No, I I think it went to auction many years ago on Sea-Doo,
Okay.
which I bidded on, but it went a little bit too high for me at the time. So I contacted the guy who had it. So
Yes.
and made him an offer, and I accepted. So that was a nice fit for what I'm doing now.
Hopefully Sido are not watching.
Well, it was
Business as usual.
Yeah. So I've built it's completely over-engineered as you can imagine, the back end to it.
So what is it gonna be, Colin?
Well,
I have to admit I haven't visited it.
On the front end, you're just going to see parking pages. So if you went to one of the domains, say pitch.uk, pitch.uk.
Shall we try it? Okay.
You'll see one of the parts pages there for.
Okay. As everybody might understand, these are just live streams, and not just live streams. And we don't know what will happen here. So let me just put it like this, and then pitch, yes.
Yeah, pitch or platform portal.
Pitch.uk. Okay, and bang.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I spent a lot of time on. Well, I still am spending time on this landing page.
I really like it.
So all of my domains are pointing to that style of page.
Okay, that's perfect. And then the perfect is domain name brokerage.
Yeah. So I've not specified in concrete the services that I'm planning on offering, but
bold, high, blueberry. I love blueberry. Guns, blueberry, portal. Yes, Colin.
Yeah. So I really like the brokerage side of things. I really want to get in more into that. Yeah.
Into brokerage.
Yeah.
And so what is the idea? Have you brokered any premium domains?
Only my own at the moment.
Only your own?
Yeah.
And do you just sit and wait on them, or do you outreach?
Yeah. I have done some outreach before. The outreach that I have done, I have been quite successful with.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm looking to expand on that, and set up some processes and hopefully be able to offer that as a service to others that have premium domains that they are looking for end users for.
Brokerage for .uk domains or .co.uk, .coms, .nets?
Well, I shall specialise in .co.uk's and .uk's.
Especially as you know, the most domainers, more or less in person.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, with the help of Summit, hopefully we'll start knowing each other in person.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And then you do attend nominate events as well, do you? Do you attend the nominate events?
I don't know. I haven't. But I hear that they are now. Organising some. So yeah,
yes, there was one in Oxford recently. Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I think there was talk of them sort of having them at different locations. So yeah, I'm definitely up for that.
Yes. Hopefully we'll get them to the summit again this year. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, on the second day, I'm planning to have the space is reserved for the debates.
Oh right.
Yes.
Brilliant. I got my tickets the other day. I think you probably come in.
Awesome. Yes. Awesome. That's great. and
you know it is worth getting the for £50. You know, you're supporting the domain.
No, absolutely. Thank you.
You're supporting the forum. You're supporting everything that you do. 50 quid. Just get the business ones.
Thank you, Colin. That means a lot, really. Thank you. Last year we went in red and minuses a little bit, not a tiny bit. No, not talking about. Yes, your connection I think is breaking down.
We work every year, so we have to support it.
No, this is absolutely, and this is the ongoing thing. Yes, this is the ongoing thing. We will grow larger and larger and larger, and we should ask David to come from Brazil over as well. Yes.
Yeah, it probably cost quite a bit to come from Brazil. I don't know how much flights are.
Tickets are not cheap.
Has Adam or anybody from afar?
Adam Dicker. I've lost all the relationship with him.
Okay.
There was a small thing, and then I thought, no, I just don't have time for that.
Okay.
Didn't scam me, nothing like that. Absolutely not. But
yeah, but these meetups, they're perfect. I'm still speaking to people that I met last year that are not in the immediate community, and they're contacts that
yes.
They form there for it's brilliant.
Yes. Yes. David, as you are listening, let me address you quickly. I know that this is a conversation with Colin. I don't know about your story much. I have made some inquiries, and people are very careful. Of course, nobody wants to give the wrong information. And I would love to invite you for a live stream, though I still want to make sure that I get the story right. As there is a line, I understand. Now, or maybe we should do David a live stream, just a friendly chat. There are just things. I'm just afraid that sometimes it is so easy to do a damage to a podcast or to live stream. For example, after I heard the story of Andrew Tate, I think, or what Tate or something. Who knows the guy? That men should be masters of women, and he walks around with the man should always carry his sword. And even although it is a theater, and he's like MMA champion or something, and he got arrested in Romania for some, and then there were like heavyweight podcasters and YouTubers who started interviewing him, and he's a moron.
Yeah,
He is a moron, and you just do not interview that type of guy. That's it. He might be the most popular guy in the world. It does not matter. David, it doesn't. David, it doesn't. It doesn't apply to you. But I just want to make sure that we are all aligned. I don't know the Acorn domains that much. I know just I love the space myself. I've been there for a long time, and it is it. So, how long has it been for you without Flip?
Well, I forget. Probably a couple of months. I know.
How are the feelings? How are the feelings?
Yeah.
If you had the second chance now to go back 3 months back, 6 months back, and stop the sale.
No, not at all.
No.
No, definitely right decision. Yeah, I still need to speak to Ryan because we got some things to, we've got some little things to tie up, because you can imagine like selling a site like that. There's loads of services and APIs. There's loads of stuff, and I know Ryan's a really busy guy, but yeah, I do need to catch up with Ryan. If you're listening, then I'll send you an email later.
And I understand that Ryan is coming to the main summit most probably, and I'm hoping that all the 3 guys from .uk group will be able to. Guys, if you are watching, one spot on the stage is yours. As a slot, one slot, one speaking slot, absolutely, it is yours. Everybody should know them guys. They are awesome. Buying the forum, they are investing lots of money. Lots of money.
Yeah. I'm not sure where Mo is from. I think he's local.
Okay.
Atlas is Canada. But yeah, I think Mo is local.
Okay. Did any of them come to the domain summit last year? No.
No. Yeah, I hope to see Kieran and Cyprian and Sam, and it was a good bunch last year.
Absolutely. Yeah, really interesting one. It was great. So perfect. How many domains do you have now under your belt?
About 400, I think.
.uk's.
.uk's, .co.uk's. The last one I bought was cranehire.uk.
Okay.
I recently put a post on the forum looking for premium domains and some 2-worded sort of category killer domains and things like that. I'm always buying.
I have teens.co.uk and .uk.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you could develop that,
No. I've got my own stuff to do.
Yeah. So I'm always looking for domains, and I will be setting up a section on perfect.uk for people to submit their domains. So maybe I can offer to buy them directly or find end users for them.
What are your main hunting grounds for domains?
Acorn.
Okay, that's one. We usually know that forums are the places where people who need money right now. And you can get the domains for the liquidation prices quite often. Yes, you are the first one who sees the post.
Yeah, I picked up some really good domains simply by seeing the thread first. So I'm always on Acorn. I'm always looking at the domain for sale threads and the portfolio. and you usually get some when renewals are coming up each month. People have a clear out, so
Oh yes.
I always watch out on that time of the month. People tend to post when they're having a bit of a clear out, and I have bought some.
What is that point of the month? Go on, share the dates.
Oh,
Colin is smiling. That's it.
But I'm pretty sure it's probably get corrected, but it should be at the end of the month, I'd have thought, or the first weekend.
Yes, first weekend.
What triggers me is that I get an email from Nominet saying, here are your renewals. So then that then triggers me to go on the forum.
Oh, I see. So you would go after Nominet members, not the individual guys, but Nominet guys who get that one huge bill.
Yeah, well, if you're a tag holder, you'll
Yes.
get your renewal come through via email, and that's when people have as I say, they have a clear out.
Oh, bang! Never thought about it.
Yeah, you do see the threads on the forum. You know, here's a load of domains and they need renewing or something like that or whatever. Yeah,
And sometimes people are just dropping them. Yes,
they do. They do.
And what are the prices you are looking for? Price range.
Well,
of course, everybody wants to get them for free. We understand that.
You know, I just go with my gut really on what I want to pay. You know, you have a rough idea. You look through the past auction sales prices.
Yes.
You know, see if they've been at auction before. Obviously, you don't want to pay too much more than what they're reaching at auction.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to you need to be able to you know you might have to hold it for 5-10 years before you get any little bites on it, you know. Especially with the .uk stuff, you know, this is a long-term investment.
But then again, if a proper brand comes in and gets their .co.uk,
yeah, of course,
a reasonable one will want to have their .uk as well.
Yeah, of course, and I can see, you know, if there is an international company and they're looking to come into the UK, then how could they not go for the .uk extension? You know,
who owns perfect.co.uk?
I don't know.
You know.
Well, I probably would have looked, but I can't remember.
Okay. That's an interesting. You have been always for the .uk.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Do you prefer .uk's over .co.uk's?
Yeah, I'm mainly just developing on .uk's. Yeah. Yeah. Shorter.
And?
Snappier.
Snappier.
Yeah, so it just looks better.
I do agree.
And you know, there is a split camp on the forum. You know, you'll probably see many threads about this, and
yes.
You know, people got their own opinions, which is great. I've got mine. You know, it might not be today or tomorrow, but you know, we're talking 5-10 years time. I think .uk will be the go-to.
So the buying prices, the range, your range,
my range,
average domains up to perfect.uk.
So yeah, I mean, for a domain like perfect.uk, you know, it's going to be low four figures.
Low four figures.
As a trade.
1.5.
As a trade.
Something around like 1.5.
You know, could be easy low 5.
Yeah.
An end user, you know, perfect.uk, you know. Easy.
Okay. Yes, all of us says. Love .uk. I do like .uk as well, though people are really conservative, and especially here in the UK. And everybody is used to .co.uk. It's so natural, and to break the habit.
Yeah. But we've seen this unfold in other countries. If
Okay.
You know, well, I haven't gone too much into it, but I know there's been instances before where
Australians.
Yeah, and maybe some earlier ones that switched some years ago, but
which ones?
I don't know exactly.
Okay.
Memory's not too good, but I know it's happened, and it's become the dominant extension. From what I've heard, I couldn't give any examples. I don't know, but yeah, I you know, that's just my feeling. I think it's you know, it's gonna be, especially for outside businesses coming into the UK. I just can't see how they would not go for the .uk.
What is your business model for the perfect? Really, really curious. Okay, so we have a comment that China and India. Okay, so they were probably early ones.
Yeah.
.in is definitely the main.
Yeah.
Extension.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Did they what did they used to have, David? Do you know? And obviously, .in was the one that.
.in has been around for a long time.
Yes.
And it is open for everybody. That's awesome.
Is
Not
it?
like .e. Oh, I think it is absolutely amazing. Like, for example, .eu is so restricted. And now the British have, yes, so British Empire. So United Kingdom has left the European Union. And if your residency is in the UK and you don't have a company in the European Union, you cannot renew your domain name. Well, technically, you can go around, but if caught, then it should be cancelled.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's good business.
I bought loads of EUs when they first came out, and I had one for my main email address for several years.
Okay.
And it was a nightmare. You know,
I know one British business. Who they couldn't renew their .eu domain name.
Yeah.
And they are working internationally with chambers of commerces and consulting and that's it. And the emails have stopped working. Beautiful.
I do still have my .eu name.
Yes.
I literally just put in any address in the EU.
I can give you mine. I can give you my Latvian address. No, seriously, if you need a decent address for friends, I can give you mine. Absolutely.
I literally went on to 123reg and put in some random address.
You shouldn't tell it publicly. You shouldn't tell it publicly.
They don't know what it is.
Yes.
I I've still got it. You know, it hasn't been cancelled, but you know.
If you need mine, I can give you my Latvian home address. That's European Union. We'll be safe. But yes. Now people are looking for those addresses for employees within their companies, just to have that, just not to lose their .eu domain name.
Yeah.
Now imagine with all those .eus that are not being renewed, domainers are buying them. Just imagine of creating flip.uk for EU and checking out and ranking them by the domain authority and all those possible scammers who would set up catch-all emails.
I know.
Oh my God. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. Well,
The
I mean,
damage that can be done is unimaginable.
it happens with UK domains as well. You look at the stuff that drops from anything from charities to large corporations that I don't know how some of this stuff drops, but people must set catch-all for those, and the information that must be coming through those is all sorts of information.
Absolutely, and you don't need to recreate any. So those who do not know, maybe you can explain what are catch-alls and how do they work. Yeah, you are the guest here, so.
Well, you
Yes.
just set hosting. I think cPanel probably does catch-all. You just set up a catch-all in your cPanel, and then you can
Yes.
read it to your address,
Yep.
and you get every piece of every piece of email that was ever directed at that domain. Yeah.
So at Host Maria we have StackCP, and the system is very simple for those who do not know. So what is catch-all? What are catch-all emails? If I may explain quickly, Colin. So let us say you create info@hostmaria.com, helmuts@hostmaria.com, and then, for example, we have had marketing, Manisha, investments. We never had investments, but then, and I'm not creating these emails, and I'm keeping just two: Helmuts and info and hello, or the third one, hello. And then I'm also setting up catch-all email. There is a section you can go and create catch-all emails, and it means any email that is being sent to our domain to an email address that is not created in our system will be redirected to specific email. And so why is it important? Long time ago, when catch-alls didn't exist, people were going through archive.org, and there were mostly webmasters, SEO, domain investors as well. We were going into archive.org. We were checking in contact us for those email addresses. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Colin. And then we knew that we had to recreate these email addresses just to see the potential buyers for the domain name. Yes, I've done it before, like maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago, something like that, for a couple of domains. But now it is all done with catch-all, and with .uk, this will be happening in large scale. This will be happening in large scale, and somebody will use it.
Yeah, there's been government domains that have dropped before. It just, I don't know how they can let it happen, but
Yes, that's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. Well, maybe they could use my Latvian address as well. We can talk to Nigel. Nigel, hey, do you need some help? What else? What else on Perfect? So your business model.
So yeah, I don't really have a business model other than, as I say, I like developing. With Perfect, I've developed a whole back-end system for it, just for me. So when I add a domain, it creates all of its stuff, its back-end. It creates an SSL certificate. It does all DNS. I love doing all that stuff.
Yes.
It just does it. So yeah, I just need to point it to the Perfect name servers and add it into the back end, and it does all that stuff for me, which is what I wanted, a domain management system, where I can attach notes, I can have it flag up when it's due for renewal. So yeah, that's what I've developed for myself. And maybe there might be other people out there that would like something similar to manage their own domains. That's possible. Their own portfolios. as you know, that's also possible. But yeah, I just enjoy doing it, and obviously I haven't finished it yet. It's nowhere near complete. There's a lot of spaces to fill on the website, things like that. So I haven't really got a model yet. I just enjoy building it.
Come on, you are starting a brokerage. You are saying we are brokering the main services, the main brokerage. What are your
That's
fees?
the goal. Yeah, there's going to be a lot from now to then. But
So what are the fees?
I don't know.
Will you take the fees in the beginning?
I haven't thought about it, mate. I don't know.
You don't like taking fees, no? Are you that type of person? I remember my business quite often struggles just because I cannot take the fees. I would do, oh, you are my friend. Okay, let me help you out free of charge. Oh, you are a friend of mine as well. Let me help you free of charge. Oh, you are a friend of mine. You don't have a name. You don't have money for server. Okay, I'll help you out. Pay me whatever you want. And then I'm like, oh, what are you doing, help? Are you running a business or a charity?
Of course, yeah. No, you know, there'll be brokerage fees, absolutely. But I haven't set, you know, I haven't formed any. I just don't know. I'm just literally building the site out and then just working on. Oh, my screen's gone off.
Bang.
My screen illuminating my room. So
Bang.
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, you just literally caught me on the hop with that one. I'm just experimenting and looking at other sites, see what services they offer, and see whether I can do that. You know, and see what comes of it. You know, first I want to sell my own domains first, and
yes.
You know, if anybody's got any premium domains, they can use, you know, eventually use Perfect to showcase it, but it wouldn't be a free for all it won't be a marketplace or anything like that. It'll be very much on a personal level, and it'll be very select on what you know I have on there. So yeah, it's going to be, you know, one word premiums.
There is another question before I jump into another question, Colin. So do you remember dnmom.com? Yes.
Yeah, I do.
And there is a section about you. There is a section that is called in the menu. There are experts, and then there is Colin Smith. You. So please send me updated information.
Okay.
And maybe where shall I will put up a URL as well. I believe it has to be at flip.uk. So I'll change it either to perfect or just before, as you know, we are both so busy that I might forget. Just send me that information and I will update your profile. And this video will appear there as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And okay. Sorry. And here it is. This is a good one. Are you into catching, Colin?
I am, but I'm
bang. Finally, there is one person who is into catching and can admit it openly.
I'm useless at it. I don't really catch anything.
Okay.
I try. I look for the drop lists every night.
Okay.
But so much competition now. Everybody can go for absolutely everything that drops. I've caught a few.
Okay. What have you caught?
I caught Sicily.uk.
Sicily.uk. That's interesting.
I think. Yeah.
That is interesting.
And Canada.org.uk, which was a SEO domain.
Okay.
But nothing really substantial. But you've got to be on top of your game. You've got to be looking at the logs all the time. You've got to be setting different timings for specific domains depending on how they are contested.
Yes.
It is it's not easy.
So nominate we have to admit they've done a grand job on complicating this game, have they? It shouldn't be easy. Catching shouldn't be easy, no? What do you say?
Because every time I look at a domain that's been caught, it's always a different tag. So I guess it's fairer.
Oh, okay. Those are good news. I can see Sam is, if Sam is watching, hey, Sam. Sam is always complaining, oh, I cannot catch anything anymore. But that's good.
Nobody can.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lie. There are a couple out there that are on top of their game.
Okay.
And you do see their tags more often.
Which ones are those? Oh, that is not the classified information. So.
Well, you just see.
We can give respect to them. Oh, or
yeah,
cool. Or maybe, or you don't want to share them. You don't want to share the names, no?
Well, Kieran,
okay,
Champion, their tags, Dennis, Domain Law,
Oh, okay.
Rob.
Oh, Sam is here. Bang. Hey,
they're all good at what they do.
Okay, Rob M. Okay. Well, they are doing a good job. They are doing a really good job.
Yeah.
They have.
But before it was a handful of tags were catching everything. But you see more and more tags. You look at domain names, you think, oh, I haven't seen that one for a while. Well done for you. Well done you. You caught it.
Okay. You caught a good name. You caught a good name. Yes. And what is your nominate tag, Colin?
So I have 3 tags. I have CS Web.
CS Web, okay.
Yeah, I have Perfect. And I have ProCatch.
ProCatch.
Yeah.
ProCatch. That sounds set up just for this reason only.
Yes,
as a service.
Yeah, but it's just for me. Yeah, because
let us say somebody comes to you and says, "Hey, I would love to. Can you help me to catch a domain?"
What as a backorder?
So let us say a name is gonna drop, and a person comes to you and says, "Look, I'm not a domain investor, but I really want this domain name for my company. Can you try and catch it for me? What would be your charge?"
Well, yeah, I mean, £50 is normally the going rate for catch. Yeah.
Okay. Ginger Crypto comes in. Flip has no inventor. So, what would you say about this?
I don't know what he means. It's got 20-odd thousand domains on the book since I last looked.
Okay. And the traffic is good as well. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. He shouldn't. Okay. He should have bought. He wanted to buy. He wanted to buy Acorn. I was just first. But they definitely get more traffic. Both. And Dennis says yes. Hey guys, if anybody knows Dennis, can you introduce me to him? If whoever is watching, I've tried to reach the guy for a long time. I don't know. He's unreachable.
What about just through?
I don't know. Maybe if he doesn't like Latvians, then it's different. Is he Russian? No.
I don't know. Somebody said he was Ukrainian.
Okay.
But no, exactly.
Yeah. No problem. No problem. That's fine. Okay. He doesn't want to speak. No, that's okay. That's okay. I would love to bring in. I always felt bad, highlighting just Flip and then. Oh, your mic is. Yes. Sorry.
to say maybe he just wants to do what he does, and
Business as usual.
Yeah,
doesn't care.
Yeah, which if he wants to do that, it's fine. Respect to him, Yeah.
Colin, your plans. So what do you want to do now? What do you want to achieve?
Well, I like building, so I am building a website that I've had in mind for quite some time. Another marketplace, but it's nothing to do with domain names. Completely.
Okay, we have
nothing to do with domain names.
That wouldn't be nice. That wouldn't be nice.
No.
If you that wouldn't. Yes, that you could do that, but that wouldn't be nice.
It's to do with musical, a particular musical instrument, popular instrument that I found a gap in the market for. So I've got a good domain name for it, and my plan is to develop a marketplace for buying and selling said instruments. So yes, I shall reveal more in the future, but
and the targets. What are the targets? What are the targets? You should have some targets.
Oh,
now I can see that smile coming out, Colin. Now even you, a professional poker player, with friends.
I think I've always said, if you build something good, people will use it, and so I'm just going to build it the best I can, and it's not going to be complex or anything like Flip was. It's just going to be a marketplace, classifieds and auctions and things, and build it up, see what happens. Spend a minimal amount on marketing, and just see what happens. But I believe
which niche?
All I can say at the moment is it's a particular musical instrument.
Oh, that's interesting. Violins?
Close, but
quite close.
Wait and see.
Out of musical instruments, I'm thinking there should be a range of. I understand that I need to stop. I will stop, but then I was thinking starting from where you can have loads of players, and then you should have the market, and then you need to have the cheap end and the high end, and then you could go up to Stradivarius, and then the violins would be the case. But maybe I've told too much.
I'll cut you off.
Let us cut it off. Okay. DNS is a very complicated thing.
Absolutely.
Yes. What can you say about DNS?
Can be complicated.
Can be complicated, especially in the very beginning.
Yeah. There's a lot of when I was building Flip, there was a lot of people on forums asking, how do you do what I was trying to achieve, and with the DNS, where you don't have to create individual records or anything like that, have a wildcard DNS. There was lots of people asking how to do it, and there was no answers. So I finally got it to do what I wanted it to do with Flip, and have a wildcard DNS for parking. But it is very fiddly, very tricky thing to do.
And if somebody wants to use your system for their own portfolio, what would be the cost?
Well, there would only be a cost when there is a sale. So it depends what kind of I haven't gone through what I exactly want to offer yet, yes. But it will be whether they want outbound or whether they just want to park it on a
yes.
nice clean site. I haven't really defined the options yet, but I will do.
I would prefer if questions were for Colin, but can you explain me the word snubbed? My apologies. snub.
Oh,
What is the meaning of the word? Offended?
snub is when you sort of
I don't know. Ignored?
ignore. Yeah, I
Ignored.
guess.
Okay. I know David is a smart guy, and you can always start. Okay, using good. Okay, another one. I actually feel bad about not nominate, about name pros. Yes, I published whatever I publish at name pros, it gets downloaded immediately. So I published about the press release about Acon, and it got downloaded -11 immediately.
Why?
And that is the inheritance of Adam.
Oh,
Yes, but well, I could live with that. I could live with that.
okay.
But then they removed it just because I was promoting. I tried.
Well, just because
I
you
did
bad.
because no. You cannot promote other forums or
Okay.
communities.
Okay. Yeah, I get
Is that and but it was posted at news section. If
Okay.
those are not news, then I believe the DN forum sale was not reported as well. And then you feel like, okay, you have the number one domain community in the world, and do you really start censoring the news?
Yeah, exactly.
There are lots of PR news, like lots of not newsworthy stories, and then the real news happen. The DN forum goes under new ownership, Aiken. And if those are not being shared just because they are a threat to name pros, come on. But that's okay. But about domain lore, no, absolutely not. Huge respect. I love that he doesn't change the design. I absolutely love it. It is so last century. I still love it, really. I'm sometimes I'm so against changing the designs. People are used to it. They know what to expect. They come back. Everything's the same as it was last year, as it was 2 years ago. Yes. I had an account at Domain Lore, and I did put up a 3-letter LLL.co.uk for an auction. And I think nobody bid for it, and somebody bid £50 or something, and then I didn't release it.
Oh.
I didn't take the money, but I didn't sell it. No, and then I thought, no. That is my bad story. So I can say, no, everything is fine with Domain Lore. They are great. They are great, and their traffic is great as well. Here's a question.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, I love ChatGPT. I use it all the time. You know, I think domain names are going to be used for quite some time. I mean, you know,
yes,
if it gets taken over by apps or however, we still need a resolution to an IP address. We use domain names for that. I don't. You know, it's going to take a very long time for something as revolutionary as the domain name to overtake it. So no, I'm fine with that.
And how does ChatGPT threaten the domaining industry?
I guess
I don't understand it.
I guess he's working on the presumption that you could interact with ChatGPT like on your phone or on your TV or whatever, and tell it to go somewhere, as opposed to typing in a domain name. But
yes,
you know, take me to the McDonald's website. Then we don't use a domain name; we just use voice for that. But you still need
that option is there at Google.
Yes, you still need yeah.
Or Siri. We have Siri. Let us not use the word or Alexa.
Yeah, we're still using domain names a lot. So
yes. here's the thing that name pros have had the policy of not promoting. David, I understand this thing. I'm saying there are promotional posts, and then there is a section for news, and these are the news in its purest form, in the very purest form. And if such news are being censored out, then there is a question. You could say, hey, you've used too many times Aiken domains in it. Make it simpler. Can you rewrite it? We will allow you to publish these news. Do something. But no. That's just plain stupid. But that's okay. That's okay. It is their form. They can do whatever they want. It doesn't really matter for me. Okay. No? Yeah. No. And with Aiken domains again, please deal with admin, who is doing lots and lots of work in the background. I'll be just interacting as before. I'm running my host Maria. We have our own ecosystem, domain summit. And business goes as usual. Please do not expect anything to. Yes. Okay, blockchain domains. What do you think about blockchain domains? And understand, but we are 1 hour in. We should finish soon, Colin. Yes.
Yeah, I love blockchain. I've invested in blockchain since probably 2017. I love the idea, and there are some blockchains out there that are trying to solve the or not solve. They're trying to have a a domain resolution service, and I met a guy at the domain summit last year who had invested quite heavily in a protocol called Handshake.
Okay.
The Handshake protocol is trying to do exactly that. So yeah, it's interesting stuff. I'm always keeping an eye on that sort of stuff, and yeah.
Are you saying we should try getting Handshake on the stage?
How do you mean? Sorry, what?
Should we get Handshake on the stage out of blockchain domains? Now, out of this Web3 zone, shall we try to get Handshake?
What, to buy Handshake?
No. Just the guys who are creating this technology. Should we get them on the stage as speakers?
Well, you can try. I don't know. Don't know how you get hold of them, but that's just. It's just one of the guys at the Corner at the Domain Summit. We had some quite lengthy conversations about it, and he, as I say, he's heavily invested in it. He's actually bought one of the Handshake domains. He's bought X, just the letter X.
Just the letter X. So whatever comes, so .x.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just X. Yeah. These the names went to auction, I believe, and he bought. Yeah.
Do you think they have the future? Really?
I don't know. Who knows?
I'm quite skeptical about it. Really,
it's going to be a way off, whichever way. You know.
After I heard that there were two companies or two organizations, or let us say two gangs fighting each other over the same extension they've created, there is no order. And if there is no order, there is chaos.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let us say somebody creates .club. One more .club. Can they? And they say, hey, this is the real .club. What stops anybody creating .club? Web3. They say, hey, this is Web3.club. We have no relation to the official .club.
Yeah, I mean, there's several of these protocols that exist that are trying to solve this.
Maybe this is a dumb question. My apologies, just in case. Please carry on. Sorry.
That's fine. How do you know which one of the protocols are going to become the, which one's going to win in the race? It's very early days, isn't it? As I say, Handshake is just one, but I'm sure there's a handful.
But they are unorganized. They don't have basis. Like all the domain space, all the internet. We know clear organizations. There is IANA, there is ICANN.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
There is a structure. There is a structure built over the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these protocols are structured in the way that they are organized. They do have communities and things like that, and development teams that it's a long way off.
Yes. Oh well, but anyway, technology is technology. We'll see how it goes. You never know. Okay, Colin. Thank you one more time.
Cool.
It is always nice seeing you.
And you, mate.
So, what's the best way for guys to reach you?
Yeah, so I'm Lazarus on acorndomains.co.uk. You can get me on there.
Of course.
You can get through perfect.uk. Yeah.
And what is the best time to reach out to you? To sell the domain?
Oh, anytime.
Anytime is good. If you have a good name, Colin is up for it.
Yeah.
Don't you have Colin on Acorn?
Yeah. No, I don't. I'm at Lazarus.
Lazarus is Lazarus, of course. And those who are watching, we will be not enforcing using the real names. It is absolutely your own choice. Absolutely your own choice. Times of Nazi Hitler are gone. The ideas didn't work out. Okay, thank you all for watching. And previous videos of Colin you can watch at dnmum.com. Mum knows the best. So DN, the main name, dnmum, MUM, dnmum.com. You can go to experts. And David, if you are watching, please let me know if you would like to have your own tag or as an expert, and then I can create a section for you as well. And then I will also add that video, what we did just recently with Sam when you jumped in. I can put you in there as well. Anyway, thank you all for watching. And Colin, absolutely. And I don't know if I can finish. I know we should finish fast. I don't know if I can congratulate you on selling Flip. Of course, congratulations. But you were Flip. Selling baby. I don't know. I've got these split thoughts. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
God, I still don't understand how you feel.
I'm fine.
Selling your baby.
I just like developing stuff, so I'll just keep happy developing.
You did such a grand job, really. You need to go through so many failures to build something as good as Flip was. Really impressive. But then you've sold already things before. Not the first exit of yours, though.
No.
Business as usual for Colin. Thank you all.
Brilliant.
Okay. Good night, Colin. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye.